Look at this city, Seoul, a metropolis that drowns in neon light, a place often called a high-tech utopia. People call this place a miracle. It is one of the safest cities on Earth, where you can walk the streets at midnight without fear. But remember, the brightest lights always cast the darkest shadows. Welcome. I am Ku, your guide in this darkness. Tonight, I want to show you the hidden face of this seemingly perfect city. What if I told you that what we call safety is actually an invisible leash around our necks? To prove this, I have prepared a very dangerous and intriguing experiment. Here is a bait worth $2,000. If I throw this into the middle of this concrete jungle, how will the wolves react? So, are you ready? Now, let's dive into the screen. Let's set the scene in Gangnam, Seoul, a rainy Tuesday night. The air is heavy with the smell of roasted coffee and city rain. Now, look at the table. Look at what I left behind. A brand new MacBook Pro, an iPhone, and a leather wallet thick with cash. Total value? Roughly $3,000. That is 3 months' salary for some people. These items are currently ownerless. I didn't pretend to go to the restroom. I didn't step out for a smoke. I left the building completely. Now, this table is a defenseless treasure chest. If this were New York, Paris, London, or San Francisco, the outcome would be obvious. 30 seconds, no, 10 seconds would have been enough for everything to vanish.
But let's fast forward time. 10 minutes pass, 20, 40 minutes have gone by. The rain outside gets heavier and the cafe starts to crowd with people. Hundreds of shadows brush past my laptop. Someone walks by with hot coffee, dangerously close to the device. But isn't something strange? No one, absolutely no one, even glances at the items. Forget about stealing. They don't even have the curiosity to look. Even people standing, because there are no seats, they absolutely refuse to sit in the empty chair next to my laptop. It feels like there's a transparent, powerful force field surrounding that table. This $3,000 bait is completely invisible here. To an outsider, this scene looks like a miracle. Over there, a tourist who just arrived in Seoul cannot close his mouth. He snaps a photo and posts it on social media. Hashtag Korea, hashtag safe, hashtag amazing. They say Koreans are angels. It's the power of Confucian culture. Morality is carved into their DNA. In their eyes, this place looks like a utopia where everyone trusts everyone perfectly. But is that really true? Are Koreans really saints who have been castrated of all greed?
I am sorry, but I am here to shatter that sweet illusion. This is not a question of morality. This is a question of a highly trained, very cold survival instinct. Think about it. You do not touch a red-hot stove, not because you are a good person, but because you know you will get burned. To Koreans, that laptop is a hot stove. If they touch it, they get burned 100%. In their subconscious, there is an invisible warning sign attached to it. Can you see the red skull icon rising above the laptop screen? Do not touch. The moment you touch this, your life is game over. This is not a society guarded by conscience. It is a highly efficient system ruled by fear.
Now, slowly shift your gaze from the table to the ceiling. Do you see them? Millions of red eyes hiding in the darkness. The ceiling of Seoul is not made of simple concrete. It is a massive electronic circuit board called CCTV. Let's look at the official statistics. There are over 1.5 million public cameras in Seoul alone.
But that is just the tip of the iceberg. Convenience stores, cafes, restaurants, elevators, and even apartment hallways. If you count the private cameras installed by individuals and businesses, the number easily exceeds 8 million. If you do the math, that is one camera assigned to every 6 people. In this city, the moment you feel you are alone is a complete delusion. Whether you frown, yawn, or secretly hold someone's hand, those eyes on the ceiling are watching your every move, silently and creepily.
Let's replay the moment you opened the door to this cafe. You might think you just opened a door, but the system sees it differently. Your face was captured in 4K high definition and scanned by facial recognition algorithms. The color of your outfit, the brand logo on your shoes, and even your unique walking pattern. All this biometric data has already been digitized and saved on a server somewhere. In the past, criminal investigation was about questioning on the streets. In Korea, it is about searching on a screen. Detectives no longer wander the streets looking for criminals. They simply sit in air-conditioned offices and rewind the timeline on their monitors. Remember this, you are not walking on asphalt right now. You are walking on a massive ocean of data.
Here, someone might ask a counter-question. Then just run into a very dark residential alley without CCTV cameras? Blind spots must exist somewhere. Haha, unfortunately, you clearly don't know Korea. In those dark alleys, a scarier army of blue eyes lies in ambush, something found nowhere else in the world. Look closely at the cars parked in the narrow alleys of Korea. Do you see the blue lights blinking regularly in the dark? Those are not simple decorative lights. Those are the eyes of the dash cam. In the US or Europe, dash cams usually only work when the engine is running. But Korea is different. Korean cars stay awake even when parked. They are set to start recording immediately the moment shock or motion is detected. Imagine a thief running through that alley with the stolen laptop. The moment he takes a step, 20 cars parked on both sides open their eyes simultaneously. 20 blue laser lights spotlight the thief, and 20 camera lenses film him from multiple angles. Some of you might think I am exaggerating. You might say, there must be a way to escape. But numbers do not lie. Let me show you the official statistics from the Korean National Police Agency. What do you think are the odds of getting away with a violent crime like murder or robbery in Korea? The answer converges to 0%. According to recent statistics, the arrest rate for murder in Korea hit 100%. The arrest rate for robbery is also nearly 100%. Even for simple theft, once a report is filed, capture is only a matter of time. There's a joke here that the only time a criminal isn't caught is if they fled the country or if the victim didn't report it.
How are these unrealistic numbers possible? The secret lies beyond physical CCTVs, in the digital shackles. Korea is one of the most cashless societies in the world. Every moment you buy coffee at Starbucks, take the subway, or hail a taxi, you're using your smartphone and credit cards. This is the pinnacle of convenience. You don't even need a wallet. But in return, your entire payment history and travel route are recorded on financial servers in real time. Detectives don't need to run after you. By simply checking your credit card history, they can find out in 1 second which convenience store you bought water from 3 minutes ago.
At the apex of this system lies the resident registration number. The moment a Korean is born, they are assigned a unique 13-digit number by the state. You must verify your identity with this number to sign up for websites, go to the hospital, or even play online games. But here lies a grim paradox. Despite having this powerful identification code, cyberbullying in Korea does not stop. Celebrities still take their own lives, stabbed by anonymous daggers.
because the system can track the criminal, but it cannot prevent human malice. But this is where the most interesting phenomenon occurs. When these tragedies happen, how does the Korean public react? Do they get angry, saying, "Big Brother is watching too much"? Quite the opposite. Koreans actually demand stronger shackles. They scream, "Bring back the internet real name system, rip off the masks completely." They are willing to surrender their privacy to the state if it means stopping the crimes. Here, anonymity is not a right to be protected, but a hotbed of crime to be eliminated.
What is the conclusion of this massive experiment? The scariest part is this. Koreans have reached a stage where they no longer perceive this surveillance as a problem. Like a frog that has been in hot water for too long, they have completely adapted to the temperature of surveillance. At first, it was uncomfortable. The feeling of being watched was unpleasant. But now, that sensation has been paralyzed. CCTVs have become as natural as street trees, and data tracking has become as normal as breathing air. They haven't just gotten used to control. Their senses have evolved to the point where they no longer feel the control. Furthermore, they have started to actively use these shackles. To them, CCTVs and dashcams are not watchers that oppress them. Rather, they are the most powerful bodyguards protecting them and their families. If my child gets lost, the CCTV will find them. If someone attacks me, the dashcam will be my witness. They know that even if it's slightly uncomfortable, this system is the surest way to protect themselves from villains. Therefore, they willingly put their privacy up as collateral. A trade where they give up a slice of freedom to guarantee perfect safety. They believe this is a very profitable deal. Here, we crash into a fundamental question. To protect citizens so that not a single one dies, is that the sacred duty of a state? If so, Korea might be the paradise on earth performing that duty most perfectly. Or should we resist this flow? In exchange for eating the sweet candy of safety, aren't we losing the dignity of being human, which is freedom? Is this system protecting us, or is it breeding us? Protection and breeding, the line between them is much thinner than you think. Now, before we return to the first question, let's open the map. Here is Washington, D.C., the capital of freedom. In this city, if a murder occurs, the chance of catching the killer is only 50%. That means 1 out of every 2 murderers is still walking the streets. Shall we look at the Golden State, California? If someone smashes your car window and steals your bag there, the chance of catching the thief is less than 10%. 9 out of 10 thieves are never punished. This is the cost of freedom. What about Korea? Murder arrest rate 100%. Robbery arrest rate 100%. Your enemy will definitely be caught, but your entire life will be recorded. If I hand you this ruler's crown, which world would you build? A wild land where criminals roam free, but you are free? Or a glass prison where not a single criminal escapes, but everything is controlled? For your family and for your children, the choice is yours.